You know when you tell all of your EU customers that finally I can ship to you again, and what's going to happen is you're just going to pay for the one fee on my website and then you're going to be able to have it arrive in your hands and that's it, like in the old days. But then actually, in order to do that, you need to change your warehouse, you need to understand the EU shipping policy so that the coding in your website reflects exactly how that works, especially around the threshold of 150 euros, which happens to be changing all the time because my products are in pounds. We managed to find a company that has some really amazing software, which will be really useful for the customer. And we talk to the staff, and the staff and I definitely have the same understanding of the tax environment and exactly how it relates to the pricing and the customer and where the cutoff is and where you can use the EU's new tax system and where not, so that my tax partner in the EU is linked to my website and that is linked to the warehouse and that is linked to FedEx, who is their shipping partner, so that we can then tell everyone RiutBags are shipping to the EU again. But when they actually start shipping, we find out about 20% of the customers are being told by FedEx that they have to pay tax on arrival, even though they have already paid it on my website and I've sent that tax to the EU. We then spent a couple of crisis weeks trying to work out what is the actual problem at the cause of this. And we discovered a few different problems. And then another problem arose, which is that some RiutBags that were going to Germany were simply returned, but it took about a month for that to be the case, which meant that we had some customers who were waiting for a very long time. And I couldn't put their orders right by sending them another one because we didn't know whether it was arrived. So Shiny software was an absolutely wonderful thing, and it did offer some really nice features for customers. But if the core thing, which is you order and your RiutBag arrives, isn't working, then we can't actually do that. So I have moved, even though I really loved the stuff at the last place, I have moved to a new warehouse in Bristol. They ship tens of thousands of orders to the EU every year. They've only a handful of experiences where the tax has to be paid twice, and now we have a process for making sure that that incorrectly paid tax can be refunded to customers almost immediately. And whilst I know it is frustrating, if you're expecting one thing and another thing happens, global shipping will tend to have some problems, but we cannot have it that 20% of customers are experiencing that. The RiutBags arrived yesterday in the new warehouse in Bristol. We are doing EU shipping testing at the moment to see how is everything coming through and are the declarations right, and are the EU's rules actually being translated into practice. We have moved away from FedEx completely because our tax partner in the EU has suggested that they fundamentally are not getting a good service with the EU's import and tax service that they have created post-Brexit. That is what has been going on. Greetings from me. I'm going to be back properly soon.